Hi, my name is Ziming Li. I'm going to present our work entitled Generative Role-Play Communication Training in Virtual Reality for Autistic Individuals, a study on job coach experiences in vocational training programs. To help autistic individuals develop job-related communication skills and to support job coaches by reducing training costs and effort, Peiris work has developed a VR role-play training application. This application features avatars powered by large language models, or LLMs, and speech-based technologies. With an initial text prompt, the LLM-driven avatar generates lifelike, dynamic role-play responses, simulating real-world scenarios. This allows autistic trainees to practice their communication skills in a safe and interactive environment. While previous preliminary exploration of this technique has demonstrated its effectiveness and potential for training autistic individuals in job-related communication, prior research has identified a gap in understanding the specific challenges and needs of job coaches when incorporating this tool into their routine vocational training sessions. To address this gap, a longitudinal study is needed to examine how this tool can be integrated into regular training programs, focusing on job coaches' experiences and insights. Additionally, a more simplified scenario setup process is necessary for non-tech-savvy job coaches. In this work, we aim to develop a platform that enables non-tech-savvy job coaches to create communication training scenarios for VR training application using LLM prompts. We then encourage job coaches to integrate this VR training application into their routine training sessions for 3 months. Specifically, we investigate two research questions. One, what are job coaches' perceptions of the usability of the proposed platform and the process of creating communication training scenarios using LLM prompts? And two, what is the validity of our proposed platform in routine training sessions? And what challenges do job coaches face when integrating it into their regular coaching practice? Our proposed system consists of two main components. First, the training application is developed based on the VR application proposed and evaluated in previous work. Additionally, we developed a web-based platform for job coaches to create and edit scenarios through prompt writing. These scenarios are then deployed to the training application. The platform also collects conversations transcripts during the training sessions for job coaches to review. In the web-based platform, to create a training scenario, job coaches first define the opening page, including the scenario title and the trainee's task. They also need to define other parameters of a training scenario, such as assigning roles to the trainee and the virtual avatar in the role-play communication training, and configure visual elements, including the scene background and the avatar's appearance. Last but not least, they need to write a simple text prompt to instruct the virtual avatar's response during the role-play conversation. For example, you are an impatient bookstore customer looking to buy literature books. You would like some recommendations from a staff member. Job coaches can define the conversation's purpose, avatar's characteristics, tone, and other settings to ensure it aligns with the training objectives. To evaluate this system in vocational training programs, we conducted a two-phase user study with 13 job coaches from 2 vocational training organizations that were already using VR for practical skills training. In phase 1, we conducted training workshop with job coaches on using this training system and creating scenarios using text prompts. We collected their feedback through surveys. In phase 2, we encourage job coaches to integrate our platform into routine training and use it for 3 months. Afterward, we conducted post-study interviews to gather their experiences and feedback. Before joining this study, the two vocational training organizations already had 3 MetaQuest 3 and 4 MetaQuest 2 for VR training. In phase 1, the training workshop, each session involved 1 to 3 job coaches. During each session, job coaches were assigned VR headsets. They explored the platform, created scenarios, and tested them in VR. Based on their VR experience, they could revise the prompts as needed. The remaining sections followed the same process. During the training workshop, job coaches created a total of 14 job-related communication scenarios based on their own coaching experiences. These scenarios can be categorized into job interviews, customer service, and workplace interpersonal communication. Key findings regarding job coaches' experiences in prompt writing and scenario creation show that the training workshop improved their confidence in using LLM prompts for creating training scenarios. However, some job coaches struggle with correctly defining prompts, occasionally missing essential components, such as a clearly defined conversation purpose. Additionally, we identified cases where some job coaches included elements in their prompts that cannot be controlled by LLM agents, such as the duration of the conversation. This factor could potentially compromise the effectiveness of the training scenario. Next is phase 2, the longitudinal study. In the first phase, we had 13 job coaches. However, only 5 job coaches continue using the system during the longitudinal study and integrate the platform into their regular training sessions. Considering that this study was conducted in a near-in-the-wild format, the remaining job coaches reported facing various logistical barriers, including managing the limited availability of VR headsets in job training organizations and setting up devices, such as configuring Wi-Fi on VR headsets in new locations. During this 3-month longitudinal study, these 5 job coaches created or adapted scenarios from the workshop, resulting in a total of 12 training scenarios. They conducted 151 training sessions using these scenarios. Key findings from the post-study interviews reveal new opportunities. Job coaches indicated that refining prompt creation by progressively adding details into the instruction was helpful, resulting in more well-aligned simulation scenarios. Furthermore, this approach provides a unique ability to prepare job coaches for new training scenarios. With the help of this tool, job coaches can now quickly simulate challenging conversation scenarios they encounter in the community and train their trainees. Key findings also reveal some challenges from the study. Job coaches face difficulties in crafting the desired scenario using prompts. For example, P2 and P5 wanted to create a scenario for dealing with rude customers, as they felt it was important for their trainees to become familiar with such situations. However, during the training session, P5 scenario occasionally trigger the LLM's content moderation mechanisms. Job coaches also request features to improve instruction, such as screencasting. Although the Meta platform supports VR screencasting through a peer mobile app, this approach makes it difficult to monitor multiple VR headsets during training. Additionally, such screencasting setup is not easy for non-tech-savvy job coaches. Job coaches also reported several accessibility challenges faced by trainees when using the VR application. For example, first, some trainees experience discomfort when wearing the headset with glasses. Second, the speech-to-text system had difficulties recognizing certain speech patterns of autistic trainees, such as stuttering. Finally, trainees with motor impairment struggle to use the application, as it requires pressing a button on the VR controller to dictate speech input. If you are interested in learning more about our work, Please feel free to refer to our full paper. Thank you.